There we go. Oh wow. Excuse me, I've just got to check. I dropped the camera, so I'm just going to check that it's still all right. Yep. All good. Righto. So, what I'm doing now, I've got this board I just sprayed. Now it's got a beautiful fade. Sorry, I'll just shut this door. There we go, with the sun coming in. It's got a nice fade from the red, orange, yellow to white. Okay, now it's a little trick. I'm going to seal it, but I've left the paper on the bottom. Okay, see the paper? I'll tell you why, because when I seal it with resin, I don't want resin with paint in it going around to where it's white bottom. So this is a little trick. I don't know, maybe everyone does it, I don't know. I haven't seen anyone do it. There we go. Now do a little hot mix. My nickname used to be Hot Mix Harry when I was first started. Always had hot mixes going off. Righto, let's get this on like Donkey Kong. Now, what I'm going to do here, I don't want to get any colour on my, what do you call it, on this, where I don't want it. So I'll just wipe my squeegee every time I go through, because you don't want red showing up. I'll make sure my squeegee's clean. There we go. So you go from light to dark. Okay, I'll do the same on this side. Go that way a touch. Here we go. From light to dark. Wipe the squeegee. You can use your hand or whatever, I do. Put the extra here. There we go. Light to dark. There we go. Now, I'll just put a little bit around here because I have painted this white, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, because to do the fade between the colours, I wanted the white to be pretty good. Sorry, I'll just, there we go. So that white's perfect. Now I get my brush. I'm going to go from white to the darker colour. Clean my brush out. A bit more resin on my thing. There we go. There. Just making sure that's all right. Now I had a bit of resin drop on the tray here. I'll get that up. Make sure this is sealed nicely. And there's another bit of resin on the tray there. I know it's clean. Just to make sure I go right up to the paper, but not past it because the paper's still there. Another bit. There we go. And there's another bit there. Do the yellow bit. there we go. A little bit here. Beautiful. Now just make sure this is no lumps, all looks good. Now you don't have to seal it if you don't want to. I mean, I think it's a better way to do it myself. So when you lap it, you don't get any change in the color of the lap, okay? And the paint doesn't change color. Now I'll just do this one more time. I'll just go over where the tape is. I just don't want any excess resin. No, it looks good. Beautiful, nice and dry. Little hairbrush there. Get rid of that, I spotted that. Now, the next part, I'm going to pull the tape off. Okay, so basically the tape's coming off and the paper. Now I'll start here. There it is there. Right, so what you do is just pull it down and it sits down like this on the stand, no problems. Pull it down. Okay, see how I've got a perfect line there? None of the resin dripped around on it. Now you don't have to do it this way. As I say, I do it because you can't really paint the rail and not risk having any resin with a bit of paint in it run onto the white part of the board. So this way, I'll show you. What happens is you have a perfect line. Even if there's no resin or resin, nothing's contaminated the white. Okay, now the next part, I've got to get that plastic out of there. So what I do is I get my little rag. Always have these little hand towels, they're only 50 cents each, and always have a bit of acetone on it when I'm cleaning something. Now I just lift this up and there's paint from the paper. I give that a wipe, make sure that paper is perfectly clean, because I don't want to put it down on a clean thing and have it contaminated. Especially red, whenever there's red involved, oh my god, especially this end's going to be the bad one. Now there'll be red on that stand, right? So I get this, clean that off. That stand now is perfectly clean. And as you can see, I'll just lift this up. See there? Beautiful. Now, I'm going to let this dry. And then I'm going to come back and glass I'll put it in the rack and then glass the bottom of the other one. And then this one will be right to glass in about half an hour. When that's gone hard, I'll put it in the rack over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, turn off transmission, and I will be back. Glass in action. Here we go.